course.
Oh, first of all, let me say that we're here looking at Thomas Rose and launching Nocturnal Whispers of Pan at White Box is June 14, the day after the opening. And here we are with, introduce yourself.
I'm Jeffrey Perkins.
I'm Roland Gebhardt.
Both artists of good felt. And just in homage to Tom Rose and launching that because of our COVID-19 cannot be here, we still have a series of conversations and reactions of artists and general public and some of the community members during this month to benefit the conversation the artists were able to enjoy and delight upon. So this is the case. What would you call this, Jeffrey?
The piece is titled Nocturnal Whispers of Pan. Of Pan, the god of mischief.
Yes.
The god of mischief.
In music.
Yes, playing the pan pipe.
That's correct. And what is the case?
The case, when I first looked at it, it reminded me of the Marcel Duchamp, the Duchamp piece called A Box in a Valise.
Oh, yes.
So within a valise there was a folded box which, when opened, contained basically miniature replicas of all of the works of Marcel Duchamp. Now, this piece, this open folded box,
We have to hold Pan back here
Yes.
when you open the box.
Right.
just the fact that it is a box which reveals itself, reveals its contents, which is the story of the piece, The Nocturnal Whispers of Pan, which I believe is now displayed over.
What I find beautiful is that when you bring up the three flies, the sides, it becomes a very theatrical piece.
Yeah.
It's almost like it's almost like waiting for Godot is going to happen, or right, or some shepherd is going to appear from some Texas little woods.
Yeah. It's a stage.
Yeah.
A stage, very well put.
And Fluxus people are all enjoy that part.
Oh, and
Ayo, Yoko Ono, you know,
Well, yes.
everyone use that fun
Yes.
homage to Duchamp.
Yes, and of course Duchamp, inspired the Fluxus works. Also, the great artist lived in Queens.
Little collages and
Yes, please, I'm forgetting his name.
vitrines and so forth.
He was a very big influence, in fact, on George Brecht. Brecht made these
Fluxus
little
Brecht.
objects with bottles and things like that. So maybe what is his name? His name is, I just bought a great book about him, by the way.
We are witness.
Don't ask me for
Yeah. So anyhow, this is
In any case.
this is the starting point.
Oh, the starting point is...
Yeah, the book begins here, which by the way has been acquired by the Whitney Museum Library.
Yeah.
This very piece will be going to the Whitney. And this is the first collaborative works where Lochin reacts to the Villa di Misteri in Pompeii. And what is beautiful is, to me, is that Lochin, being a scholar, being a painter, a calligraphist, and a poet, right, has this symbiotic relationship and reaction to the pieces that Thomas Rose, being a sculptor, built as the skeleton of a house.
That is a confinement of.
Yes.
Confinement.
And speaking of using the rectangle as a place for liberation, finding freedom for ideas, etc., it to me is gorgeous.
Juxtaposition is beautiful. It's very
Yes, very poetic.
to this free flowing, escaping.
Yes, and here we have the image of Pan
This way.
leaping around in the background.
He's escaping, he's escaping.
Oh, he's escaping.
That's how I know.
Keep it this. So
Yes.
Pan is escaping. Can you zoom here?
Yes, I've been.
Very good.
And there's a small girl in the picture. Is that it? A small
Yes.
girl?
With a bed.
Yeah,
There's a bed.
The furniture a little disheveled.
amazing.
And this is the art. And here, to me,
It's a cup.
it's a cup. To me, here is, but it's my interpretation, I could be dead wrong, but Thomas Rose does what Velázquez did in Las Meninas. He puts a trace of himself there. While the whole action is taking place here, Villa, the mysteries and so forth, and the little, let's say, narrative of the little girl, the erotic part, the disheveled room, here's Lochin interpreting. Then this cup is Thomas Rose having a cup of coffee in front of the scene.
I don't know, in this proportion it looks more like what do you call these things? These you would use at night if you had to go to the bathroom.
A pissoir, a little traveling pissoir. Well, I would,
It's a nighttime sort of thing.
yes, that you can have a point there. To me, though, is this kind of, which Michael Snow has done it in some of his works, is the artist appears in the piece itself.
I see. Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
The best conceptual artist of all times has been Velázquez. In Las Meninas, there's no greater piece of painting in history. And he puts himself right there, right? At the edge. The painter looking at you, the viewer. Bigger than the king and the queen.
Okay, and this means.
What does that say?
Oh,
What
this
does
is
it say?
said God,
Uh-huh.
and all the Chinese character came from, how can I say, drawing,
Drawing.
and became the.
Picture.
You know,
Pictograms.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and then this is like a dancing,
Pan.
pan
Yeah.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
interesting.
It's a beautiful interpretation.
Yes.
Now, let's come
Beautiful.
bring the camera here and let the two gentlemen
Yes.
come through.
So what is the meaning of this pictogram?
It says God.
Kyoko,
Oh, this one says God,
God.
but this one is Lochin's creation.
Creation.
It's not,
It
yes,
means creation.
it's not really a Chinese character, but
Oh.
his creative interpretation
I think
about
it's
the
Pan.
pan.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But
That's the entire
they-
collaboration.
Yeah,
right?
they're not real Chinese character. That's the point.
Oh,
That's really poetic.
Oh, that's good.
To me, Lochin captured the sensation, not just the vicissitudes of the actual image and how you compose the image,
Yes.
but it has right the sensation, which is elementally what we come up with, right? So when we look at it in pairs, this equates that
Exactly.
spatially and so forth, but the sensation of what's happening there is happening here, right? Distilled into.
Right.
So this is a story of the erotic imagination of a little girl.
Oh yeah.
Is that what this is?
I think Thomas Rose in this piece in particular, Thomas really has the erotic force freely
Yes.
floating.
That's what the end does.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
More than in the other two other works. Yes, very well, very succinct commentary. Yeah, that is wind, certainly.
Yeah, it's sort of free, and the interesting thing, the juxtaposition of these two images is a very sort of complex, almost a dark story, and this becomes very lively, very open, very
And
positive.
here are more images from the Temple of Pompeii.
That's what, they're all around, always, in all of
And
them.
what is the book here? What is this small book? It says on the floor, book.
Book.
Book. What is the book?
Well, think that this whole piece is a book.
So this doesn't refer to something else.
Might, but we can pass that. One interesting thing about Lo Chin, right here becomes his interpretation of the sensation again, is that here's wind, it's very light space, right? And here is very dense. So this is where the painting becomes dense, right? And he captures that density.
And it's photographed again with the house, yes.
Yeah, being quite different is still.
But the interesting thing is the darkness that you see here is on the outside of the house. Right? And in this illustration with the wind, it is the space and the liveliness of the color inside the house.
Yeah,
the light is inside the house.
In the envelope of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So in a way, the structure is the house.
Right.
This is the one I found extremely erotic with the banging here. Can you figure out what these characters are?
Yes, what these characters are.
That's very hard, but it says ear. Oh, this one Chin created, and this is when 2017, I think, in August, and this is a 10 in heaven and earth. I'm not sure about this,
Okay.
but something.
Curious.
Yeah.
That would take you a day to figure out, probably. Something.
Well, this is sort of
Yes, Juan is
the whole
obsessed
story of
with
this,
this.
Yeah.
this
This thing.
exhibit is that it is so narrative and detailed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Like
And,
the sense of the light bulb. That's a living character.
Oh, yeah.
Occupying pure light.
And so deep.
Well, it's certainly a very Western symbolism.
And law has to interpret it.
And this is the Thomas is west,
You're shooting
and
to shoot
Lo
this.
Jin is from Taiwan, east. So this is
Lo Ching is from
East.
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Awesome.
It's east meets west, west meets east.
So, Lu Ching did the calligraphy and these little drawings,
That's correct.
and Thomas Rose did these drawings. Are these Thomas Rose?
Yeah, this is his piece of the steel house.
Well, did he also do the background and the foreground drawings in these? Or Lo Ching did some of
No,
them?
this is all Thomas Rose.
Oh, this is all Thomas. So,
It's
this is
surrounded
a
by-
conversation between Thomas
Yes.
and Lo Ching.
That's correct. To me, it's like what I feel here, I sense it there. So there's this. It's almost in literature, Rabindranath Tagore is the first one to merge the East and the West in
Yeah.
poetry, right?
Oh yeah.
Rabindranath Tagore's wife was married to Juan Ramón Jiménez, the great modernist Spanish poet. And their conversations were a bit about this particular attitude, right? How do you translate language, for example?
Oh yeah.
How do you translate imagery? How do you translate sensation?
Right. And
Right?
an awful lot has to also to do with the symbolisms.
Mm.
Is the
Right.
narratives that we create by using certain symbolic things in the Western vocabulary. It is the acquired knowledge that creates a narrative, and we are bringing our personal narrative to a piece like this.
Yeah.
Well, in the Eastern, in the calligraphy, the Eastern art form.
This is a dream of a child. This is a dream of a girl child.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you say in the Eastern,
It becomes this sort of fluid, pictographic attitude.
Yes.
yeah. But I support the idea that no matter his idea. I support the fact to me that it's exactly the same sensation we both have. Our experiences are very personal, but also have to do with our culture and our poetics, right? And if anything, this piece is about the poetics of space.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if Gaston Bachelard can fit in here or not, but when I look at this work, now that I have it here every day, I kind of float in and out with one into the other, right?
Yeah.
And if I see this, I get the same sensation as if I look at this.
It really is an invitation to view the same story in two different languages.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You know.
Do you see this image here? What does this look like to you, Roland?
It's a house. It's a spatial frame.
No, I mean this pinkish image. What is that?
That's a butt.
That's somebody's butt, exactly. That's somebody's naked ass.
I began by saying that
A woman, it's a classic.
Exactly, yes.
It's a classic woman.
Highly illuminated.
the pear,
illuminated by the light bulb.
the pear shape we call it.
This is dream imagery, you see. Oh, it's called the pear.
The pear,
The classic
the
pear.
classic pear. Yeah.
That's a pun, by the way.
And in Spanish is always a pear. And then, yeah, there's an enormous sense of erotics.
Boys.
Boys. Okay.
Boys. Joseph Boys.
No, not that.
Oh, boys. I thought you
It's
said
good to
Joseph
know.
Boys.
Boys.
Because in a conversation, Joseph Boys in his last film, Boys,
Yeah.
at the end of the conversation, you know, he's very, as a charlatan, he's very, let's say, thinking inclined, everything he does, right? He sees pollution, he does that. At the end of the conversation in the film, I saw the premiere in Munich. At the end of the film, somebody is going to attack him by saying, but hey, after all, meaning after all your blah 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 your fucking ideas, I said, after all, you're still talking about sensation. And looking at this reminds me of that in our conversation. And then Boyce puts his hat on, he's leaving, and returns to the table, goes to the guy asking him, and it's still about sensation. He goes like, did you say still about sensation? I say, yeah, sensation. I says, of course, sensation, all sensation. And he walked away. I love that one. So something about this conversation, with the pear thing, the erotics,
Right.
and this, what I was talking about, I get the same feeling and sensation.
Yeah, sensation can direct to the heart, to the people.
There you
That's
are.
very important. The shock, like energy.
And these are the two notebooks in the index that are beautiful, and they're an accordion, and double page inside and outside, and it's beautiful. And I thought of pulling it out as an accordion,
Yeah.
but the problem is that the spine doesn't allow you to get them out. You have to cut it off, and the Whitney wouldn't like that. Yeah.
No, what's good is that way, because then you're sort of forced to see the imagery without the academic information.
Yes.
That oftentimes sort of
Yes.
limits you in what you see.
We're gonna upload the text on the website. We're working on that now, and we're also we already printed some material for the reception for people to read, and then have to open this. So this last one, this is a very telling, as you were saying before. The little girl in this shoveled room, you know, certainly erotics and fire and conflict
I see.
I see. Which is what they had in Pompeii, the Villa de Mystery.
Well, that's what dreams are about.
Yeah.
Conflicting images, completely surrealistic experiences.
Yeah. And how do you feel these two guys work together?
Well, this is like eyes also. This is an eye.
It's eyes, yeah.
But think of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Unfolded. The three characters are here. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
And the bed is well done. Here is all messed up.
Disheveled.
Disheveled. Yes.
Well, it's a different bed. It's not the same room.
I think it has two different movements of.
Oh,
I've
yes.
seen this bed before.
No, each of the rooms is different anyway.
Yeah. Well, here the light bulb is turned off. So this is the last piece. All has been completed.
I thought,
Right?
It's a bookend. It's a bookend.
It's a bookend.
is it?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And a clam holding your thoughts, holding your experience, your memories, right?
Yeah.
It's a clam
Did Thomas Rose ever build a life-size sculpture of this room?
of this room.
Yeah.
That I don't know. It would be a
That
good
would be
question.
wonderful as a sculpture.
That'd be a question.
I could see that
So.
as an outdoor in an open space.
So we're going to wrap it up. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Roland. Thank you, Kyoko. So the final word for Thomas, and perhaps in collaboration with Lo Chin as well, the question was, did he ever build this here? I would love to see this built here in the White Box with projections of the Villa of the Mysteries.
It's a very good idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Having something so static and then having projections of this sort of very fluid language projected around it.
So in a way, the reconsideration for part two of this show would be to recreate this with technology of projections of different moments, and this house to be large,
Yes.
a bit like that cube,
Rooms.
and floating, that could be transported to different spaces or rolled, right? It's a beautiful
Yeah.
whole
Yeah. Beautiful.
life size.
I think that
Yes.
Thomas would agree.
Yeah.
Now that we told
Yes.
the artist what to do with it,
Artist still artist.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Thomas.
Thomas.
Law, it's a great pleasure, and we'll continue
Thank
doing
you.
conversations with friends, visitors, the public, as well as we'll put some of these things online if we get a permission. Okay?
And one thing I want to add is that Rojan is Asian and Thomas is Western. And, the Black Lives Matter is all about discrimination. But here I see, Western and West and East are respect each other, not looking at difference. We shouldn't, forget about difference. We are all different, personal.
And
But, we should focus on how we can respect each other.
very good. With that, we close this conversation.